Tyler McGhie here, coming to you from Orange County National. Wanted to just highlight two different players that I've worked with in the last 2 days. One that's trying to achieve more rotation in the backswing, and one that has too much rotation in the backswing, and sort of what we're doing with each player. Okay, so when I see a player that I just finished actually teaching this morning, he was having a tough time getting the path more to the right. Okay, so his pattern was, the club would sort of work up, he would move a little bit to his toes, and then as he'd come down, his arms would outrace the body, and then you'd see that path motion. So from here, like, it's hard not to have a left path, right? So from that position across, that's 7 left, okay? Just as a reference. So what we did for this player was, okay, well, how are we gonna find the right sort of delivery for him without having him work too hard in the downswing? So what we tried to do, so if I see someone way out on their toes, typically this hip hasn't really worked backwards very much. So for him to help that, and he was a baseball player, so for him, when he let the left heel raise, which I do when we're trying to hit it far, but for him it was just to help encourage this hip move back, because it was probably a little bit tight, and the lead hip might have been a little bit tight, so it sort of lead him onto his toes. So when you let that lead foot move, lead heel move, it helped him load up a little bit, and then he had something to move off of, right? So if I go back and I don't really turn here, well, I don't really have anything to turn coming through, so I don't really have much energy to produce. So then the default will be, oh, I got to use my arms to get the club moving. Where what happened was we started freeing this up, and then as he started to come down, he felt like, oh, I got a place, I got a place to move back to from this position. I can go this way more aggressively, and that pass shift into out with just those two different feels, right? So and then the other player who tended to over rotate, so it was sort of, it's just, this is how different, everyone moves differently. So I think everyone needs to have sort of their own blueprint for what they're trying to work on. So this player, his pattern was to overturn with his body, right? And the hands would get too deep. And then as he come down, he'd lean trying to get the club back in front. So for him, he's feeling like he maintains some lead heel pressure as he gets nice stretch, so he doesn't overturn, and then as he comes down, he's trying to feel like he keeps as much space as he can away from the golf ball, and that allows him to produce, give him more space, get the arms in a better spot. Just a quick example of two different players, two different things they're trying to do. One's trying to achieve more rotation in the backswing, one's trying to limit the rotation in the backswing, both to help produce better shots that is easier for them as a player. I hope that can help you, and remember, if you're working on something and it's not easy, then make sure you explore some other options.